What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is TWTR, Twitter. This finishes at $36.81 today. That is down 5.1%. But here in the aftermarket, this is now down to $34.70.
And it's gone.
So it's been a while since we discussed Twitter. Last time we talked about it was when Twitter agreed to sell the company to Elon for $44 billion, or $54.20 a share. And ever since then, there's been a lot of drama. Elon Musk has been threatening to pull out of the deal. He said that the bot accounts were a major concern for him, and the stock pulled all the way back into the $30 range. And this is breaking news. Elon Musk wants out of the deal. He wants to terminate the contract. I have a CNBC article here. So, billionaire Elon Musk wants to end his $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. Musk's lawyer claimed Twitter failed to comply with its obligations in the merger agreement. Twitter's board chairman Brett Taylor said the company is still committed to closing the deal at the agreed upon price and plans to pursue legal action to enforce the agreement. And we're not going to read this whole thing, but Elon's lawyer is again complaining about these spam bot accounts, and that's why Elon wants out. So let's be real here. Elon Musk does not care about these spam bot accounts. He just knows that he got a bad deal here, and he overpaid like crazy. So now he wants out, and he's using these bot accounts as an excuse to get out of this bad deal he made. So the contract says that if Elon Musk were to terminate the deal, he would owe Twitter $1 billion as a penalty. And this is just speculation on my part, but I think everyone knows how this is going to end. They're going to battle this out in court, probably going to take a few years, but in the end, they're probably going to come to an agreement and settle on a much lower price that Elon has to pay for pulling out of this deal. Probably like $100 million or something like that. So yeah, breaking news, very bearish, and the stock is selling off here in the aftermarket. But all right, let's go ahead. Let's jump right in and analyze here. So first of all, we have a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being 35.30, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 50.95, 51.95, or 54.75. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this has the potential to go back up to 68.25, 73.35, 78.55, or even the high of 80.75. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. And then we have a sextuple gap down. First gap down is back at 64.70. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 64.70 to fill that gap. Second gap down is at 60.95. So another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 60.95 to fill this gap. Third gap down is at 49.50. So another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 49.50 to fill this gap. Fourth gap down is at 43.30. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 43.30 to fill that gap. Fifth gap down is at 38.30. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 38.30 to fill this gap. And the final gap down has not been created yet, but it will be on Monday, and it's going to be at 36.80, the closing for today. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 36.80 to fill that gap. So sextuple gap down, extremely bullish. In the aftermarket here, this is pulling back down to 34.50. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bearish indicator for Monday. That is suggesting that Monday, the stock will sell off as well. And down here on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD line hasn't crossed the signal line just yet, but it definitely will on Monday. So that is a bearish indicator that is telling us that it may be time to sell. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 37.15 and 36.50. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 37.15, 37.85, 38.60, 39.30, 40.30, 40.80, 41.75, 42.60, 43.20, 43.70, 44.40, and then 45.05. There is resistance above 45.05, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 36.50, 36.05, 35.30, 34.45, 33.75, 33.10, 32.25, and then 31.30. There is support below 31.30, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at the current price, 36.80, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. RSI is currently at 40, so not quite oversold and undervalued, although this definitely will be lower on Monday, but that's a below average RSI. So according to the RSI, the current price of 36.80 should be a little bit higher, and this did 26 million in volume today, above the average of 23 million, so this sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So this whole Elon Musk Twitter saga has been absolutely crazy, and it's not even done yet. We're still in the middle of it. So pretty unfortunate for Twitter investors. I would be very angry. Definitely a class action lawsuit coming Elon's way, along with a company lawsuit coming his way. But I'm not gonna lie, the chart looks very bullish in the short and long terms. I think this may have a bit more downside to go. Probably not done selling off just yet, but we are getting some very strong bullish indicators here in the cup and handle, sextuple gap down, and below average RSI. We are getting bearish indicators in the aftermarket action and MACD, but those should just be temporary. So as of right now, the chart looks much more bullish than bearish. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, this looks like a really good buying opportunity coming up here. 36.80 is already an above average entry here. Can't go too wrong, but I would give it a few days. It's probably going to keep pulling back for a little longer, but sooner or later, this should start to bottom out, catch support, and reverse. So I would have no problems with you guys going long here at the current price, but personally, I would just observe the price action and try to catch this at the bottom. Easier said than done, but this will probably bottom out somewhere within the next week or two. So again, at some point, this should come back up to 64.70 to fill the highest gap, and from the current price of 36.80, that would be over a 75% upside. So already huge upside potential at the current price, and you should be able to get a much better one next week. So I'm not sure exactly how low this is going to go, but it'll probably bottom out somewhere in the low 30s, and I think entering in the low 30s would be a low risk, high reward play. Can't go too wrong, huge upside potential, shouldn't really be too much more downside potential. So I can't support going long at the current price, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But personally, again, I would try to catch this at the bottom, probably somewhere in the low 30s, and if it pulls back from there, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But yeah, this looks like a great buying opportunity coming up here. As a wise man once said, buy the effing dip. He didn't literally say that, but you get the point. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. For the same reasons I said to go long, the chart looks very bullish in the short and long terms. This should keep pulling back for the next few trading sessions, so maybe you can make some money here, but not really worth it in my opinion. You should have went short when the deal was first announced at like 50 bucks, and here in the mid 30s, I think it's a bit too late to go short. You probably missed your chance. And from here, there isn't too much more downside potential. Really shouldn't go too much lower. It's going to be borderline oversold, undervalued, and huge upside potential. So going short here, probably not the best idea. You're probably going to get burned. So I would say going short at the current price would be a very high risk, low reward play. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk, but I really don't see why you would go short here. So pretty straightforward, guys. The Elon Musk Twitter drama continues. Breaking news here. Elon wants out. Stock is tanking in the aftermarket, but the chart does appear to be pretty bullish in the short and long terms. So if you want to go long, the current price, 36.80, already an above average entry. So I would have no problems with you guys buying in here at the current price. But if you hold off for a couple of trading sessions, you should be able to get this at an even better price, probably in the low 30s. That's where I would look to enter. And from there, huge upside potential in the long term. And if you want to go short, doesn't really seem like the greatest idea. You already missed a lot of downside, and there's not too much more downside to go. And again, huge upside potential. So you're most likely going to get burned here, going short. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk. But I really don't see why you would do that. It seems like a really bad idea. So sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today, but this could be a good buying opportunity, not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is TWTR, Twitter. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.